Hi, and this is Beth from Wellness 360 bringing you yoga for bone health. So this series is perfectly appropriate for anyone with osteoporosis. So today you're going to need a mat, a chair, and I have a pillow for some props to use today. So grab your supplies, grab your mat, and I'll see you in a few.
Lovely love, I can't get enough. Get enough of lovely love. Lovely love.
Okay, today we're going to start in a modified child's pose. So grab your pillow and place it behind your knees here. So it's on top of your legs. We're just going to sit back and we're going to reach towards our chair. So both of our hands are crossed on the chair and we're just going to rest our forehead on our forearm. And we're going to hold this position for just a couple breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Allowing all of the stress and worries of the day to go. One more nice and deep breath. Great job. Now slowly press yourself off of the chair. We're going to move the pillow just for a moment. And we're going to sit up nice and tall on our knees. Take your arms and grab a hold of the mid to low back here. So our hands are placed right at the low back. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to elongate your spine and look up towards the ceiling. So just a gentle back bend here. Tummy tight, hands against the low back, and gaze towards the ceiling. Great job. Bring it back up nice and slow. And now we're just going to sit down onto our bottoms. And I'm going to spin my legs around front here. Okay, now you're going to take your right foot in to the side of your left thigh or the left mid knee. We're going to keep our backs nice and straight. So nice deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips just slightly forward. And feel that nice stretch in the back of our leg. Now what I don't want, and I'll sit sideways to show you, what I don't want is this. What I want is nice and tall. See how my back stays straight? So your back is nice and straight here while we're stretching out that hamstring. So really feel like there's a string just elevating your head up towards the ceiling. Chest stays forward, shoulders stay down. Great job, bring it up nice and tall. We're going to switch to the other side. So right leg forward, left leg into that right thigh, and make those feet active, feet towards me, chest nice and tall, elongate that spine, and hinge at the hips. You'll find that one side is a little tighter than the other. And just hold here. for just a couple more breaths. Beautiful job. Bring it back up nice and tall. Both feet forward, both feet flexed, legs straight, palms towards the ground. Sit up nice and tall. For staff pose. Really elongate that posture. I want to see really great posture here. Great job. All right, feet crisscrossed here. We're going to work a little bit on our wrist. So let's take our hands together. See if you can press your forearms together. We'll stretch out that mid back so you can open up nice and wide with an inhale. Exhale, bring it together. Press those forearms together with a nice deep exhale. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it together, hands together, forearms together. Again, inhale up. Exhale, press together. All right, and now we're going to take our hands and we're going to just do some crazy eights here. Just like this. Opposite direction if you can. It's a little more difficult to do the opposite direction. Get those wrists nice and warmed up. All right, and now press your palms together down to the mid chest here. See how straight you can get your forearms. See if you can get those wrists nice and straight. And then flip the hands, the backs of the palms together, and press the elbows down towards the earth. We're just stretching out here. Great job. All right, we are rolling onto our all fours. So we are stacked up above our hands, our wrists trail right into our shoulders, and we're going to do some gentle little tiny circles here. So you're moving your hips and your wrists are circling. I'm going to do just a couple times, one direction. And then let's go to the other direction. Great job. Bring it back. Okay, let's pop up into a plank for just a second. So you can stay on your knees if you'd like to bring your knees back a little bit. Or you can pop up into a full plank here. So if you stay on your knees, tuck your tailbone in, gaze just above your hands here, or you can pop up into a full plank. So we're just hanging out here for just 2 breaths. And slowly and gently lower your knees to the floor and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Place your forearms, stack your hands in front of you, and I just want you to rest your head on your hands here. Take a couple nice deep breaths here in this gentle back bend. And now we're going to press into the ground and bring those forearms to the ground. And we're just going to drop into just a little bit of a deeper back bend here. So Elbows are to your side, forearms to the ground, parallel to each other. Press into the ground through your elbows and gaze forward for our Sphinx pose. Couple breaths here. And we're going to bring it all the way down. Now we've warmed up that spine a little bit, but we're going to place our hands beside our shoulders, and we're going to press into those hands, squeeze the glutes, and come up and bring it right back down, forehead to the mat. And again, squeeze the glutes, bring it up only as far as you can with no discomfort, and bring it back down. Again, and bring it back down, and again, and bring it back down. Place your forehead to the mat and take your arms out to the side. We are just going to squeeze those elbows together and bring them back down. Squeeze together and bring them back down. Squeeze together and bring them back down. Two more for me. And hold and release. Great job. Press underneath. We're going to roll onto our side here and come all the way onto our backs. So if you need to, in this moment, you can grab your pillow and use it underneath of your head if you need the support, or you can put the pillow to the side if you are comfortable lying straight down onto your back. So we're just lying down. Tuck those heels towards your bottom as close as you can. And we're going to pull the belly button into the spine. And we're going to lift out of the belly button and slowly lower. And lift from the belly button, squeeze the glutes and hold. And lower. Let's do a couple more of these. Making sure to remove that breath along with the inhales and exhales, along with the motion. And one more. Great job. All right, now I'm taking my right knee towards the chest. We're not giving this a big squeeze, just a gentle squeeze. You're going to straighten out that left leg as straight as you can get it, and try to keep that low back in a nice neutral position against the floor. So we're exhaling, belly button in towards the floor, stretching out that foot. I don't know if you can see it, my chair's in the way, but I have a very active foot on my left side, and I'm pushing my heel towards the opposite wall. So I'm really getting a huge stretch in my back, huge stretch in this hip flexor on the left side. You are not pulling this right knee tightly to your chest, just a gentle hold. And then we're going to hold this for just a couple breaths. And gently release that right knee, pulling your left leg in. Again, if you can't squeeze here, grab underneath of that knee, whatever's comfortable to you. We don't want a lot of strain on the back. So just find a nice and comfortable place. And then stretch out that right leg as straight as you can. And make that foot active. Pull your belly button in towards the mat so you're in a nice neutral spine. And we're really stretching out that right hip flexor, that right leg. Just a couple more breaths here. And great job. Release that, pull that left or that right knee back towards you. Release the left knee. All right, let's crisscross the right ankle over the left knee. And you can start by pulling that right knee across the body. If you are not getting a stretch here, you can go ahead and scoop up that left leg and give it just a gentle pull towards your chest. You only need to go where you feel the stretch. There's no need to overstretch here. And slowly lower that down. All right, we're going to do the opposite side. So crisscross that left ankle over that right knee. And start with pulling that left knee across the body. See how that feels? If you do not feel that stretch in your glutes or your hip, then I want you to scoop up your right knee and just give it a gentle pull towards the body. And release. Great job. Put both feet on the ground, and what we're going to do is just do some gentle windshield wipers. So we're just moving gently left and right with those knees. I do not want a big twist in your torso. So we're just gently rocking that sacrum and that low back on the floor. Gentle, gentle, back and forth. No big twist here. Then you can take a moment to just do anything your body feels like it needs. Like if you want to stretch out your legs and stretch arms overhead, you can do that. Maybe your arms go out to the side and you lie for just a few moments. You can bend your knees, drop your knees together with your arms to the side for a couple moments. This is just kind of the yogi's choice. So whatever you choose to do here, just as long as you don't have any big rotations in your hip and in your spine. And then let's get comfortable into our Shavasana position. So if you need to use your pillow to place under your head, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to stretch out my legs here, my palms facing up. And we're going to slowly sink in to make this very restorative. Again, if you have a shoulder or an issue in your neck or in your low back that doesn't feel right, you can bring yourself to a seated position, but I want you to feel fully restored and relaxed in this position. You're welcome to bend your knees and let your hips relax and drop your knees towards each other if you prefer. But we're just going to close our eyes, tune into our breath, this is a time for us to rest and restore, get ready for today's task. All right, a couple more breaths here. right, we're wiggling our fingers and toes, bending those knees, slide them back up. We're just rolling onto our side and pressing ourselves up to the seated position. Taking a moment to inhale our arms up and overhead. Exhale, down, hands to chest. Thank you so much for allowing me on your journey today. Namaste. And I hope that you have an amazing day.